Hi everybody. So you've been seeing on social media that the third version of the world's oldest gymnast, Nadia Coma, was just completed. We're still waiting on fingernails and her headband, of course, and her little purse. But I'm performing her for the first time tomorrow night, 2 shows. And people think, well, what's the difference? It's just another puppet. You're doing the same moves and the same lines. But technically, it is very different. Every puppet has its own movement and a set of dynamics that you can work with. And just like a pair of shoes that are new that you have to walk in, or just like a new car where you're not sure how heavy to hit the pedal or the gas, or a new computer keyboard that's smaller or bigger. It really throws you off your game when you're used to moving in a certain manner. And when you're working with one puppet for 5 or 6 years, a new puppet requires a different manipulation and coordination. So because of that, you can't just always be as free-flowing in your comedy because you're thinking of all the technical stuff. For instance, this particular puppet now, the head is much bigger, and because it has the eye mechanism, it's much heavier. So I have to really make sure that when I would accentuate a word before, and I would throw the head forward when she was upset or angry, I can't really do that anymore because there's so much head. It's so big. I really have to accentuate the thumb more so you have eye focus and so the whole head isn't gaggling around. Also, the other issue about that is the intimacy factor with the eyes. Now I have this eye mechanism. So anyone who has seen my show knows that the gymnast has a silent laugh that she does. And then, she kind of hits her knee a bunch of times and then she comes up and has a throat gag like that, right? But now we're utilizing the eye mech. So I want the eyes to close during the laugh. And then I have to move my finger to the other side of the slider to push it open for the big noise at the end. So it'll be laughing with the eyes closed and then like that. Also with the eye mech, when she notices someone doing something in the audience, we always talk to a particular guy. She doesn't just lean in anymore. Now she leans in and recognizes him, or any type of accent like that. She does lean in and whisper to me a lot. Now it's just not just a silent whisper. And again, I can't have the head moving like that with bad puppetry. It has to be really intimate, and I want to make the eyes less. So she goes in and whispers like that. The hardest thing probably is going to be the hand. I used to just have a very basic hand with an arm rod on the bottom. This hand has been built with a rod that has a pivot. So when I twist it, there's a pivot inside the wrist. So her wrist can go out like that and pull my head close, or it can turn in. Is that right? Or she can turn in and wipe her nose. The problem with that is, it's something brand new. And when you're used to flowing through an act and doing the back and forth, this can throw you out of your movement. The other issue tomorrow night will be, this is a test rod. The size and weight of the rod is not very thick. So when she goes to hit the microphone, which she taps quite a bit, I need a hard hitting noise. This is the hand going to turn the right way, and can I hit hard enough to create the noise? I use that noise to punctuate things that I'm doing within my jokes. The other thing about the arms is that normally in the puppet body language that I'm used to, the old puppet used to be able to wisp her hair and also reach over and fix her left knee and be very while I'm talking to her, she's working on something over here. This arm extension is much shorter now and I can't get there. So tomorrow night I'm going to be on automatic pilot wanting to reach over there, and that's not going to be able to happen. So I have had to figure out another way, like wiping up here, or just extra body movements that makes it seem like a separate person. The last thing is I just wrote a brand new piece where she is doing sit-ups. The old Nadia Coma 2, was laying on the table like this, and I'd be counting her sit-ups. This new body is very long, and I realize she can't do sit-ups anymore. So I'm going to have to write a piece where either she's doing crunches, and if that's not a big enough movement, I'm going to have to come up with a whole nother through line with those sets of jokes and get rid of other jokes for whatever that exercise will be. So wish me luck tomorrow night, and I'll let you know how it goes.